everyone, it is another comics loving, horror loving, storytelling loving edition of Words, Images, and Worlds. On this episode, delighted to be talking with author, creator Natalie Huff. Natalie, thank you for
Hi.
joining.
Thank you
Hi,
for having me.
welcome.
So exciting.
My pleasure, absolutely, my pleasure. We're talking about a book on this episode called My Dearest, I believe. And
Yes.
by means of a first question, how did you get into the world of storytelling? What was the attraction to comics, the written word?
Well, it just starts with consuming a lot of it when you're young and just growing to love it so much. You're like, dang, I wish I could do this for a living. And here we are now.
Yeah, nice, nice. So the fandom, the love early on has transformed here.
Yes, exactly.
Nice. What about My Dearest? Any particular inspirations that you want to point to? The initial spark, perhaps? What got you into this story?
This particular one, I wrote this as a screenplay in college. So it kind of takes place in a college setting, and because that was the most familiar thing to me at the time. And I'm like, well, let's make it even scarier. So I guess it kind of just came from the time of my life that I was in, and let's make it all really scary looking.
Nice, nice. Uh, the comic space affords so much. So how did you decide that this was the place where you wanted to tell the story?
I mean, I just again growing up, I love to draw, I love to write. I loved it both so much I couldn't decide which one I liked better, so I was like, well, why not combine the two, right? So
Hmm.
it started like a screenplay and then I was like, well, I've always wanted to do a comic. Why don't I just take this story I already have mostly written out and just kind of translate it from there and here we are now.
Nice, nice. Anything for listeners that are maybe not familiar with the story, any kind of log line or sort of quick premise that you'd like to share for My Dearest?
Yes. So essentially, a college-aged woman named Giselle notices that she has a mysterious stalker who, with many attempts to gain her affection, kind of escalates into her being kidnapped and psychological horrors ensue. Is it real? Is it
Mhm.
not? Will she escape? Who is the stalker? It's kind of a mystery of what's going on and who did this, you know?
Nice, nice, very nice. There are manga influences to the book, the style and the appearance. Anything that you'd like to point to as far as the inspiration there? How did you get influenced by manga?
My number one favorite story of all time is going to be Berserk. It just so perfectly blends beautiful artistry with horrific elements and into a way that is so like it's so beautiful despite being how horrific it is, you know what I mean? So I'm always gonna say
Mhm.
that's my goat. I will never not be inspired by that piece of work. So that's gonna be my number one.
Nice. Nice. I have a special affection that's grown in the past few years for horror as well. So
Mhm.
it sounds like you're taking us to some dark, uncertain places in the story. What does
Yes.
horror allow you to do, and what inspires you there?
I mean, growing up on the internet as a kid, you just stumble across horror things like creepypastas were big when I was growing up. So again, it's just like I was disturbed as a kid. And then it's like it's that disturbing thing that sticks with you the most. I mean, everyone loves a good ending story, but I think the endings that are horrific stick with me even more, and you think about it so much more. And so I'm like, well, I like horror and I like writing horror, so let's just do it. I think that it sticks with people more than a good ending, it's essentially.
Love it, love it. Yeah, absolutely. How does it feel to have this book sort of coming out into the world through SourcePoint, and to have this moment of fruition for the story?
I mean, I still can't really believe it's real and it's happening. It still feels like it's just something only I and like a handful of people know about and have read. So the fact that it's going to be physical one of these days is, I still can't believe it. And I probably won't believe it until like I'm actually holding a book in my hand. I'll be like, oh, so all those years did amount to something. So I, I'm in shock still. I'm like, I'm kind of can't believe I'm here talking to people about it now, you know, like that's the craziest part to me.
Yeah, I know that it was something that you worked on for a long time and a
Yes.
passion project. So I imagine
Yeah.
that bringing all of that to a head must feel really fulfilling.
Super. I mean, super bittersweet at the same time. I officially ended the story, I think a year ago from today. And so the past year has just been editing it, promoting it, trying to get it published. So I'm thinking about like, dang, a part of me misses it. I miss the grind of just working on it every day, but it's also kind of relieving that it's I guess close the chapter of that one, I mean, on to the next
Yeah,
things.
yeah, yeah. How are you currently brainstorming the next things? Are you sort of circling the creative camp in that way?
I mean, I allowed myself like about a month or so break before moving on to the next thing. But my next story, I'm always working on my next story. So I'm either writing it in my head or I've been drafting this next one for a while and I was actually just working on it before I hopped on this call. But very eager to start the next one. It's just finding the time for it is the hardest part. So we'll get there eventually, though.
Yeah, yeah. Now you also do the art, is that right?
Correct, yes.
Yeah. So what is that creative process like for you? Do you script all? Do you kind of move
Mhm.
back and forth between those two areas?
Yeah, no, I think my Dearest was definitely the learning point for me figuring out what works best. I don't like planning super, super well. If I write a really long script, probably in a month's time, I'm going to want to change something. So, what I like to do is at least write 1 to 2 chapters ahead. I'll write that out in kind of mock screenplay format, and then I'll just kind of translate it to really rough thumbnail sketches. And then I'm definitely the type, the more I stew on something, it'll kind of work itself out. So, not a ton of planning, but it kind of works out in the end, which weirdly enough.
Do you like digital creation? Are you a
Mhm.
paper, pencil, pen kind of person? How does that work?
I will always love paper and pencil the most, but it sadly it is a lot more time consuming and you can't go back and edit it as easy. So for now, we are fully digital as far as these comics go, but maybe if I'm good enough one day, I can do a physical one. That'd be awesome.
There's definitely that editing process and corrections and all of those
Mhm.
things. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. It's nice to have those tools.
Yeah, and I'm so glad I did it digitally because I had to go back and edit so much of this book because I started it when I was 18, and you know how good 18-year-olds are at drawing stuff. So, yeah, I had to fix that.
Um, where can we go to learn more? Where are some spots that we can check out the book, check out the work, follow along?
Yes. I have a couple social media platforms. I'm not super big on it, but I got to start pushing it here too. Instagram and TikTok, I believe, and I can't even remember my username. Let me pull it up for a second. Yes,
We'll
it'll
also
be
make sure to link it. Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. No, it'll be NITIKI.KI. So you can find me Instagram, TikTok, things like that. And then yeah, book's open for pre-order right now. So if you wanted, you can even go to your local comic shop, be like, hey, can you pre-order this for me? And eventually a link's gonna be dropping for it here soon. But right now it's just ordering it through comic book shops.
Well, many thanks. Glad to have you back anytime, and best of luck as the
Yeah.
book is out in the world on pre-order and then the
Thank you.
publishing side.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for this opportunity. It was a ton of fun chatting.